Now, individuals exposed to the air pollutants are at a higher risk of developing asthma, and the existing asthma patients may experience worsened symptoms, you can say. Children living in the areas with high level of air pollution may be more susceptible for developing asthma. Now let us elaborate on the association between air pollution and asthma with some specific example. Particulate matter, that is PM. The fine particulate matter, that is PM 2.5, and coarse particles matters, that is PM 10, are airborne particles that can penetrate the respiratory system, and long term exposure to these particulate matters, high level of PM, has been linked to the development of asthma and exacerbation of symptoms in individuals with existing asthma. For instance, people living in urban areas with heavy traffic often experience elevated levels of particulate matter, and they are more affected. Ozone, that is O3. Ground level ozone, as a major component of smog, is formed when pollutants from the vehicles and industrial sources react in the presence of sunlight. Ozone can irritate the airways and trigger asthma symptoms. Cities with high levels of ozone pollution, especially during hot summer months, may see an increase in the asthma related hospitalizations and emergency room visits. There you will find asthma patients, and their conditions are more worst. Then nitrogen dioxide, NO2. Nitrogen dioxide is common air pollutant emitted from the vehicles. They are emitted from the vehicles and industrial processes. Prolonged exposure to NO2 is associated with an increased risk of developing asthma, particularly in children. For instance, communities near highways or industrial zones with high levels of traffic related NO2, nitrogen dioxide, experience a higher prevalence of asthma among the residents, especially children. Children are badly affected. Now, volatile organic compounds, VOCs, these are emitted from various sources such as paints, cleaning products, and industrial activities, can contribute to indoor air pollution. Exposure to VOCs, volatile organic compounds, is associated with an increased risk of asthma. Now, development in asthma has been found among the people who are residing in these areas. In homes with poor ventilation and high levels of VOCs, occupants may be more prone to the asthma and respiratory issues. Environmental tobacco smoke, ETS. Now, what is it? Exposure to the second-hand smoke, a form of indoor air pollution, is a well established risk factor for asthma in children. Children who grow up in households where smoking occurs indoors are at high risk of developing asthma. For example, a child regularly exposed to cigarette smoke in the home may experience increased respiratory systems and a higher likelihood of asthma diagnosis. Now, traffic related air pollution. People living in close proximity to busy roads with heavy traffic is associated with increased exposure to pollutants such as particulate matter, nitrogen dioxide, and carbon monoxides. So, children growing up in such environment may face a higher risk of developing asthma. Studies have shown higher asthma rates in urban areas with significant traffic congestion. Now, indoor air quality. Poor indoor air quality resulting from factors like mold, pet, dander, and pollutants emitted from the household products can contribute to asthma development and exacerbation. For instance, a home with inadequate ventilation and high levels of indoor allergens may increase the likelihood of asthma symptoms in the susceptible individuals. So, these examples highlight the diverse sources and types of air pollutants that can impact respiratory health, particularly in vulnerable populations such as children and elderly people. Efforts to reduce exposure to these pollutants involve regulatory measures, public awareness campaigns, and individual actions to promote cleaner air both indoor and outdoors. So we should take every precaution to save our vulnerable people, elder people, and children. Thank you very much.